Hey everyone, welcome, welcome. How are you? So glad to see you for this wonderful publicity masterclass, and glad you've made it. Mary Beth's going to start us off, and then we will give you some great information and also take your questions and answers. So glad you made it, and glad to have you here with us.
Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Mary Beth, as Jill mentioned, and I am Jill's assistant, and I'm here to support her and all of you tonight. First, let me introduce Jill to you. Jill Lublin is an international speaker on the topics of radical influence, publicity, networking, kindness, and referrals. She is the author of 4 best-selling books, including Get Noticed Get Referrals, Guerrilla Publicity, and Networking Magic. Her latest book, The Profit of Kindness, went #1 in 4 categories. Jill is a master strategist on how to position your business for more profitability and more visibility in the marketplace. Jill is the CEO of a strategic consulting firm, and she has over 25 years of experience. She's worked with well over 100,000 people, plus the national and the international media. Jill teaches a virtual publicity crash course, and she consults and speaks all over the world. She also helps authors to create book deals with major publishers and agents, as well as to obtain foreign rights deals. So everyone, please welcome Jill Lublin.
Thank you. And again, so glad to be here with all of you. So here's the plan. And the plan is that I want to pour content into you in a good and positive way. And then I will also open it up for Q&A, and additionally let you know how you can continue to work with me. So excited to support you tonight, because here's the thing. You need to learn to, ready for this? Watch for it. Blow your own horn. Even if it sounds like a kazoo or you feel like you're a kazoo. The truth is, my friends, you're a star. And as a star, I want you to get your name out there, to be the ones that are seen and heard. Speaking of seen and heard, Mary Beth, can you make sure I'm on speaker view? Yes, we're good? Because I can see you. Okay, so the point about being a star is that you have to be seen and heard, right? And so with that, we want to make sure that your message is right, and that your message is created in a way that attracts people to you. What I love about the power of publicity is it actually attracts people to you. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. In fact, my friend P.T. Barnum said it best, and that is, a terrible thing happens without publicity. Nothing. Now, I'd like you to write in the chat, please. Tell me in the chat, what do you think publicity does? Go ahead, write it in the chat. I want to see what you think publicity does for you. Take a moment, write it in the chat, please. Thank you. Get your work noticed. Absolutely. And I think that's Mila. Yes, thank you, Mila. What else does publicity do for you? Type it in the chat. We'll give you just another moment. Maureen, thank you. Has people see your face? Yes, absolutely. And more than see your face, also see your work, who you are, what you do. Thank you, Elise. Gets people to know who you are. Absolutely. Yes. Great answers. Thank you. And what you're about, of course, Elisa. Thank you. Perfect. Well, let me show you some other things. And these are wonderful answers. And let me just say, ready? Gold star to all of you. You get a virtual gold star. Love it. And publicity equals something none of you quite put yet, and that is, it makes you more money. It gets you high return on investment. It gives you increased prospects and more sales. It gives you increased trust in the marketplace and more credibility, and of course, more visibility, which is what you're all aiming at. It gets you more clients and makes you more money, and it saves you money. How does it save you money? Because, well, guess what? You don't have to do expensive advertising and other marketing. You can be doing publicity, which is free, and brings people right to you. And it gets you more exposure in the marketplace. And I only mean the good kind. See, this is the power of publicity, my friends. Go ahead next. Because what we're looking at is your opportunity, right, to put your name out there and plant your seeds, right? So here's the thing. Next slide. I want you to plant your seeds and know that publicity equals influence equals impact, right? Because every time that you reach more people, you have more influence, you have more impact. I'll show you, Mary Beth mentioned in my intro that I've been helping people get major book deals for actually now 18 years. These are two, one of which just came out called Power Your Profits. And this wonderful woman, Susie Carter, she hadn't written a word of this book and actually got this wonderful book deal because of her influence and impact. Same thing with Adam Markell, this wonderful book called Pivot. These are major six-figure book deals that I got these clients because of their publicity, because of their influence and impact. And the truth is that even if you don't want a major book deal, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that whether you're a consultant, whether you're a real estate broker, whether you're a chiropractor, whether you're, whatever industry you're in, publicity brings you more visibility, period, end of story. That's what's powerful. And knowing how to play the game to have a system that works, well, this is what this is all about. So you've come to the right place. And first, we want to plant your publicity garden. What do I mean? I mean, you want to look at things right now. What's happening right now for what's going on in the marketplace, right? And then what's happening, you want to be planning ahead 3, 6, and 9 months ahead. So plant your publicity garden so that it grows, so that your business grows. Yes? Thumbs up? Yes. Because that's what we want for you, is your business growing. And when we're looking at that next, we want to look at your message. So I want to give you a super formula that's easy only because I made it easy. And this is how I want you to make your formula is easy. I want you to create a message that works and a message that matters. So interestingly enough, in the word message, check it out, first 2 letters are me. In the word message, last 4 letters are sage. In the word message is me, sage. Think about that. Point to yourself and say, me, sage. Don't worry, you're on mute. I can't quite hear you, but do it anyway. Me, sage. It's kind of fun. And what it does is it gives you that, shall we say, instant recognition that you're the expert who solves problems. And I want to know, my friends, what's the problem out there? I didn't ask you, what do you do? I said, what's the problem out there? And then you, as experts, are solution providers. So with that in mind, next, what we want to do is take a look at how that solution provides impact and value for people, right? And gives you a leg up and an opportunity to reach people. Now, one thing that would be so incredible and fantastic for you is to offer people opportunities to get it done, however that is, right? And so one of the ways that you can get it done in the world of publicity next is to create what I like to call, go ahead, next slide, your ooh, ah factor. What is it about you that makes other people go ooh and ah? Let's do this together. Come on, I can see you on camera. Ooh and ah factor next. Because what you want to do is you want to use everything you've got. You have to use everything you've got. Now, what do I mean by that? Go ahead. What I mean by that is you want to be doing, go ahead. Yeah, next slide. Thank you. For instance, when I say everything you've got, I have a woman, she's a psychologist, and as much as I'd love to tell you that's what we got her in the media for, when the quarantine hit, because she's a relationship expert and she's a psychologist, so she has credibility, and a speaker and a self-published author, et cetera, many great things. We actually created her into what we're calling now the Quarantine Cupid. Now, I just have to tell you, we made that up based on a story that works for right now. Remember the plant your seeds now. And that story, my friends, got her on WGN in Chicago in the United States, right? Huge radio station. And that story is the one that got her into places and spaces that very wonderfully connected her to the powerful story of getting her name out there. But I have to tell you, it wasn't like she woke up one day and goes, oh, I'm the Quarantine Cupid. We created that story. So what in your message can get created? Let me show you another example. This is an interior designer. And, you know, as much as the truth is, she does a great job with making homes more beautiful. And then, of course, with everything we've all been dealing with, we know that we have our homes are multiple office spaces. Our homes are multiple workspaces, right? Our kitchens are like chef material. You have to you have to turn that meal quickly. And so what we did was we put her as the person who solved these problems. Like, how do you make a home that works in quarantine time? And that's the story that got her great visibility, lots of media, lots of podcasts and blogs and newspapers and radio and TV, traditional and digital, right? So that was super great. Go ahead. Because what the thing I want you to look at now in today's time, you know, like I told you, plant seeds now. So if you're in the area of health, mindset, transformation, weight loss, if you do anything around goals or activism, if you're an alternative healer, a consultant, or you do anything in the area of money, these are moments right now that you could be planting your seeds and growing your media right now, meaning the media is interested in you right now. It's the first quarter of 2021. They want you. And so that's a beautiful thing. Go ahead. The other thing we want you to be doing is visibility building activities. VBA, visibility building activities. What does that mean? I want you to network in your community. I want you to follow reporters on social media. Sign up for Google Alerts. Go to nationaldaycalendar.com and let's see what holiday it is. Do you know that yesterday was Random Acts of Kindness Day? Yes. Well, I wrote the book, The Profit of Kindness. So that's important to understand and to know that, right? And because also I was signed up for Google Alerts, I'll show you a slide a little bit later where we were able to use Google Alerts to really, shall we say, up-level World Kindness Day, which turns out to be November 13th. So what could you be using that maybe you haven't thought of before? So podcasts, blog talk radio, these are all completely free resources to help build your visibility, to get you out there, and helpareporter.com is also really excellent. So use at least 1 to 3 of these and watch your publicity escalate and grow. Okay, go ahead next, because I want to show you a wonderful story of one of my clients, Ryan. And, you know, I have to tell you, when he came to me and said, Jill, I really want to grow my business because I know publicity does that. And the truth is, he actually didn't have any business at the time. He actually had been fired from a corporate job. And at that time, his wife was pregnant with their 3rd child on the way. He had just bought a big house because, you know, he had a good job. And next thing you know, he had no job. And so I'm like, wow, Ryan, what'd you do? He said, well, I started my own business, and online within 24 hours, he had 7 employees working virtually, right? And I thought, well, now that's interesting. So I did with Ryan what I do with everyone, and that is create a powerful message that matters and that works for right now. I said, Ryan, you know what you are? He said, what am I? I said, you are a virtual office warrior. And what's the acronym for virtual office warrior? It's VOW. Ryan took a vow never to work in an office again. Now look at the screen. Take a moment, look at the screen, because it says, when fired, you too can vow not to work in an office again. And that story, my friends, was in the San Francisco Business Times front page. Imagine this. You in your local business journal, front page. I think you'd all be very happy. And Ryan's just like you, a small business owner looking for ways to increase that visibility. Look where else he got. In fact, in Mac Home Journal, we laughed. Ryan says, Jill, I don't even have a Mac. He got in home office computing because he has a home-based business, Entrepreneur Magazine because he's an entrepreneur. And so are all of you, right? You deserve to be in these places. In fact, Ryan's PR resulted in major national magazines, radios, newspapers, and all major media. His business revenues increased by 40% using powerful publicity marketing strategies. And remember the part about use everything you've got? Well, one placement in the Chinese Times, because Ryan is Asian American, resulted in over $7,000 of consulting income from just one article. Did you catch that? One article, $7,000. I'd say that's a good return on investment using publicity as a strategy. And that was one of the things we did. Literally, Ryan launched his business from zero laid off to a thriving consulting business using the power of publicity. So exciting, so happy and excited for him. And let me show you, if I may, this is how we did it with my book. So this is my fourth book, The Profit of Kindness. And as much as I'd love to tell you, my friends, that, wow, I got 7 Fox News TV interviews in the first 8 days of The Profit of Kindness being out. And we've gotten in Inc. magazine and Forbes magazine twice. We've gotten 75 radio podcast interviews and counting, still continuing. Wonderful things have been happening. God planted a seed in my heart, actually, to launch a year of kindness, which we're now doing with major thought leaders like John Asseroff and Marcy Shimoff, who wrote lots of Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul books, all kinds of amazing people. And you know what I'm going to tell you, if you look at the bottom third of that screen with The Profit of Kindness, is that realistically, that's only a third of the media we got. Because, get this, point to the computer screen and say, push the right button. Push the right button. Because that's what you want to do. You want to push the right button with regard to publicity. And in kindness, what the right button was, and frankly continues to be, is the divided states of America. That was the story that got a lot of media attention. So just showing you that it wasn't about the book. It's not about your business. It's about the power of your message. Now, I want to invite you, because we are doing kindness circles now every single month. Come play with us in kindness. Come be with us for the opportunity to give and receive, really, kindness, generate leads and referrals, and create customers, as well as focus on a beautiful opportunity to spread kindness in a business setting. And so how you register is you go to jilllublin.com/kindness circles. They're free. We'd love to see you there. And then I want to show you what Entrepreneur Magazine said. So check this out. I interviewed Entrepreneur Magazine for Guerrilla Publicity. And I said, listen, what do you love and what do you hate about publicity? And tell our readers, some interesting, important things. Now, I want you to see something very important. And that is, you remember the part in the beginning of this that I said to you, you have to create the 3, 6, and 9 month planting seeds, because Your publicity is an evolutionary process. And did you know that the June issue of Entrepreneur Magazine, the production deadline is March? Did you know that for the June issue of Entrepreneur Magazine, the writer's deadline is January 15th? So guess what? It's time to shake, rattle, and roll and get your publicity out so that your message gets out into the world. And that's a key. And no matter what the media says to you, I want you, no matter what the media asks you, I want you to just say yes. I want you to just say yes. And by the way, we're going to be coming back soon to all of you. So get your questions ready. Happy to help you. The point is the media needs you. They need you. You're the ones that they're quoting, that they're sourcing, that they want to interview. You're the ones. And part of it is finding the right way in, knowing the systems to use and having the right blueprint, and speaking the speak that the media needs. Okay, so I think those are keys, and I've given you a lot of those keys today. Now, I'd like to invite you, because I have a way to just refine your system, and that is through my virtual Publicity Crash Course. It's one day, it's virtual, you don't have to go anywhere. And here's the thing. I have a system. I've been doing this 25 years, and I know how to reach the media. And I actually have created a very easy blueprint, which is a 30, 60, and 90-day system, which gets your publicity done. But even better than that, in the course, we're going to do 3 documents. Yes, we're going to actually get it done. We're rolling up our sleeves. I'm a get it done kind of girl. And we're going to actually do these documents in the course. Like, no kidding, no nonsense, right? So that'll be really fun. We'll get the documents done. We'll do breakout rooms. This is a live interactive course with me. So imagine this, you focusing in and getting your message done in simple, easy ways that create that visibility and connect your message to the media and get it done so that you don't have to keep thinking about it, that we're doing it. And I'm very into practical, get it done kind of stuff. So again, live, interactive, one day, all virtual. You pick the date that works for you. Now, I have to tell you, this course was over $1,000, $1,297 to be exact, before COVID. And once COVID hit, my heart is for entrepreneurs and small business owners. So what we did was we completely reduced it to $197. So that's the super good news. We have multiple dates to choose from. And what you do to register is you go to publicitycrashcourse.com, put in the promo code Stay Visible. It's all lowercase and all one word. That's publicitycrashcourse.com, and put in the code lowercase Stay Visible. That'll get you the pandemic pricing, the super pandemic pricing, and you just pick a date that works for you. So excited to see you there, because what I know is the power of publicity will drive your business to the moon. And when you're reaching for the moon, at least you'll get to the stars. Because, my friends, you are a star, and it's time to know the right way to get your publicity done. So I'm excited to work with you, excited to connect to you, excited to answer some questions that you might have for you right now. And we're coming back. I'd love to hear from you. Raise your hand in the chat if you have any questions, or you can raise your hand in the Hollywood Squares or in the chat. Whatever works for you. Happy to take some specific questions and help you in any way that I can. Who's got questions? Hopefully I have answers. Let me just take a moment and see who's got questions. Okay. Anybody have a wonderful question? Well, I'm excited to be with you. I'm thrilled that you took time from your busy days. I know everybody's busy, and I honor and respect your time, and am thrilled that you've come dropped in, so to speak. I know that I can help you. I look forward to the opportunity to support you. If you have any specific questions, Mary Beth will post also in the chat. Happy to help you with your specific focus. And you can schedule a call with me at jilllublin.com/schedule. And again, I'm just inviting you because we've got such a super opportunity for you to get your publicity done at such a reasonable price. Go to publicitycrashcourse.com and put in the code Stay Visible for a super pandemic price of only $197. Again, virtual day, live with me. If you like this, just wait till you spend the day with me. It's a lot of fun and we get things done. Oh, that rhymes. I have to remember that. It's a lot of fun and we get things done. That's a good way to be, isn't it? All right. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. And all of you, I look forward to the opportunity to support you, and you are welcome. Thank you for your kind comments in the chat. And I look forward to seeing you again. Take good care, everyone, and I'll see you in the news.